Hey everyone, Pastor Nathan here, and this week's message is going to be delivered from my car. Yes, there is a method to my madness, trust me. When I was first learning to drive, I had a lot of vehicles actually. Now, this is nothing to brag about, trust me, because these vehicles would otherwise be known as buckets. Perhaps you've owned one or you've had friends that have had them and you didn't want to ride in them. But it wasn't mainly because they were old and they didn't look great. Actually, buckets were known to have a lot of issues and could fall apart at a moment's notice. Not sure if you're going to get from point A to point B. And for all the times that I was stranded on the side of the road, from a leaky water pump to the alternator not turning to the battery that died, the one that would get me the most upset had actually nothing to do with the car, but everything to do with me. And that was not having enough gasoline in the tank. I know, that sounds so sad. And don't worry, it's been many years since that's happened. Valerie would be quite upset if that's the case. But I remember driving and looking at the gauge light, the gasoline light on my car, and it would start blinking with the E saying, warning, you are about to run out of gas. And what would I do instead? Justify it and say, I think I can make it to my next destination fine, or there'll be a gas station along the way. Next thing I know is I'm on the side of the freeway with the gas can looking for the nearest gas station. Now, I'd say all of this to illustrate the point where I feel the Lord is wanting to direct this video. And that is, it is so easy right now with the social distancing and even finding out this weekend that we can't go to the beach, to be in a state of sadness, depression, and to really feel like our gauge, our spiritual and emotional tanks are on E. And perhaps we've been in this for a long time, that we're not sure if we can keep going, but that feels like that's our only option, and we are just exhausted. We are running out of gas. Well, I want to encourage you that you can spend time with the Lord and He will refuel you and He will refresh you. When all of this was first starting, I too was in a funk. And as a result, I was melancholy, pessimistic, even withdrawn. The joy that I once had was just taken out of me. And it was because of all the circumstances, I'm sure. But rather than trying to just keep going and just simply dealing with it, what shook me out of that was coming to the place of Jesus' feet, just sitting there and spending time in His presence, to reading His word, to praying heartfelt prayers, listening to worship music, calling and texting others that are a source of encouragement. There's a variety of ways that can happen for me, that can also happen for you to go from E to full. And so in this time, I just want to encourage you to evaluate yourself. If you're looking at your life as a gauge, where do you see it? Do you see it blinking on E, saying, warning, warning, that you need to just rest and spend time with the Lord? Are you halfway? Or maybe you're full. Whatever it is, I want to encourage you to come and spend time with Him, because He doesn't want you to fizzle out in this journey of life, no. And He doesn't want you to just be bitter because of this season, but rather, He wants you to get better. And so I hope that this message encourages you along the faith, and I'll be praying for all of you. All right, I'll see you next week.